Welcome to another edition of Kicking It with the Brothers. We are here. Wow, the last weekend before the November international break. And when I'm with my boys, as always, shout out to my man Charles. Good evening, sir. Afternoon.
What's going on, Chief? Popping. I'm my bad. I was confused because I'm thinking of like watching Şengün highlights to make up for Marcus Rashford being trash is hilarious.
First off, you gonna respect Şengün. He averaging 21, 10, and
Oh, that's
6
what I said.
on
I
60
said
true
him.
shooting. So like,
I was
hey,
giving him respect by pointing him out.
And then Jalen hooping, and I got a quarterback that's hooping in football. So it's like it's whatever, bro.
CJ a killer. He a killer. He just ain't, he never beat Michigan. He never won the Big Ten. So that is what that is.
That's not because of his fault. We all know that defense is fault.
Yeah, we good. Braylon, it's good to have you back, brother, especially during the troubled times in Manchester during these days. A visitor within the last year, Charles, has had a lot to say about Manchester over the last 6-7 months. But there will be a time to get into that. But as always, as long as they are in the Champions League, they are top four right now in La Liga. And we will start with FC Barcelona. It's a vibe. It's for the good of the club. It's all about the club. Injuries. We got people questioning your manager. Just talk to us about Barcelona land right now after this past week, for those who haven't been able to catch up, sir.
It's not bad, but it's not good. I think it's just I think it is the kind of one of the ebbs and the flows of the season. Just things that are obviously in this long ass season, things that happen. But right now we don't really have an identity. Not really sure what the idea that we're playing with is. Completely. What's happening with João Cancelo is like a prime example of what's wrong. Is he a right back? Now we're playing him at right winger. He's not good at right winger. He's not good at right winger. I'm like, it's just really what the hell are we doing? In general with that, like we have no chemistry without Frankie. We have no possession. Frankie being out means Gundo has to drop deeper because Romero's trash. And it's just like, what are we doing? Like we shipped Ansu out so we could pay for Romero, who doesn't play, so we could bring in João Felix, who doesn't do anything but once again just run around the field. There's no cohesion. It's just a mess right now. Thank God we have Big Ron and just enough talent to eke out some of these wins right now. But like we're not like actually playing like I don't feel like we're playing Barca like football at all right now. Quite disgusting, but I'm not really worried about it.
Y'all sound like United. All this stuff you talked about United,
yeah, except for we find ways to win.
That's the only part. Y'all win. We don't. So it's
and we have defenders.
Hey, we got one. Okay, hold on. We have one. Also, you muted ML. So
no, I have 4 defenders that would start for United right now.
We have one that'll start for y'all.
All 4 of them.
We have one guy that will start for y'all.
Who?
Aaron. And Aaron will actually at least defend.
He would start over.
He would not start over Cancelo.
Defensively,
we don't have defense problems. The problems is we have no attack, and we need some cohesion. We probably shouldn't have sold our best left winger or put him on loan to Brighton.
Hey, look. I got a winger that don't know what he's doing on the left. You can have him. To be honest, I'll take 70 million. He's useless right now.
He said 70 million for who? For
Rashford.
70 million?
Man,
that's a little low, ain't it?
It is low. That's the thing. That's
I don't think it's low.
Charles.
First off, I don't think everybody can
Charles.
do that.
He would average 30 goals a season in La Liga.
No, he wouldn't.
Okay, that's high. I'm saying like in total.
I don't think he's a $100 million player. I think he's like an $80 million player. I don't think everybody can be like. I think the numbers have gotten a little inflated, so I don't think everybody actually is a $100 million player.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure Rafael Leao is worth $100 million, but or Koulibaly is worth 90. Big
You are
ass number.
who Market says you are, brother.
That's true.
That's true, but like, hey, we paid $100 million for a fidget spinner who does nothing. Like, but
Let's
come on,
let's focus on Barcelona real quick.
let's
Holidays on the
jam, bro.
weekend. There should be 3 points at the crib.
Yeah, I mean, one of the main things too is we gotta get healthy. I definitely think like you gotta think we haven't had our best midfield out there this entire time. So Pedri's back healthy. I think he's gonna start at the weekend. Gundo's still healthy for right now. And Frankie is on the way after the international break. So once I think the best lineup is gonna be with Gundo sitting deep with Frankie ahead of him, and then maybe Gavi and Pedri ahead of them. So I'm hoping at some point we'll actually be able to see that. I think that we'll revert back to that inverted. Gavi will be inverting again from the wing, like he did last year. I think that's the best way for them to go forward. And I think they're eventually going to get to that. It's just a matter of time.
Okay. Big week coming up for y'all after the break. Rayo Vallecano. So let's just say y'all get 3 points against Alaves. Y'all are not at the crib. I apologize. You will not be at the camp until after break. In fact, Saturday, November 25th. So y'all go Rayo Vallecano, FC Porto, at Porto, Atletico.
We played Porto at Porto the first time. Yeah, we beat Porto at Porto 1-0. Farron scored at Porto.
At your crib.
No, that was at Porto. They were wearing the gold uniforms from like last year or whatever. I swear to God, unless I'm tripping. It was a very ugly game in Portugal.
Yeah, no, this was at Barcelona. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I remember the game.
It's in Barcelona.
I'm saying
we won in Porto 1-0.
Is at Porto.
The match November 28th is in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I remember the first leg.
I am
fair score.
It must be wrong on here. I apologize, fellas. And then Atletico, if I'm not mistaken, that'll be at Madrid, correct?
At the Wanda.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we'll get there when we get there. Like I said, if Frankie comes back by then,
though. That's a big.
I'm just saying.
No, that's at Barca.
Like this man
Fellas,
that's at Barca, bro. I'm
looking at the wrong stuff, fellas. I apologize.
Like unless the people out the Bay at Google are tweaking out, this is saying it's. We checked another website. Yeah.
Well,
both of those matches at Barca.
So Barcelona, fellas, it is from what I'm seeing now. I apologize. I think ESPN has changed up on me. My apologies, gentlemen.
So a lot of home games.
Bases at the crib.
We got a lot of home games coming up.
Yeah. Okay. So y'all. Okay. 3 of the next 4. That changed 4 of the next 5. I apologize.
Yeah, so we got a lot of home games coming up.
League. Right now, the league leaders, Girona. So this is a big next month, bro. Next 5.
I'm not really worried about Girona. They're going to have to actually beat some good teams for me to like really feel away. But I feel good. Like I said, I think getting Frankie and Pedri back will obviously we'll have the best midfield in the world again. Kind of like we just kind of underscore the fact that when our midfield's healthy, we have the best midfield in the world. So, just fact. Like, you can roll your eyes to it.
If you were playing to your capabilities, but have y'all been playing to your capabilities?
We haven't had our 4 or 5 deep people. You get our 4th best midfielder is Gavi. No other team in the world's 4th best midfielder is Gavi. Is at Gavi's level.
We're not sure that Gavi hasn't passed Pedri yet.
I haven't seen Pedri play in 4 months. I don't even know that anymore.
There we go. I
mean, if that's the case, Furman's ain't far behind him either.
No concern right now about. There's no concern at all for you regarding. Do you think? Let me ask you this: do you think you will finish first in the group now?
Yeah, then we're gonna be Porto.
Okay.
It's at home. I don't see why. I just don't see why they wouldn't win that game. Even if it's ugly, I don't see why they wouldn't win that game.
Just find a way, right?
Yeah. But I think, like I said, I think some of this will come back. Like I said, pretty sure Frankie will be back for that game. Pedro will have a couple games under him. I think everybody's gonna be healthy. Like Rafinha will actually be helped. Like have a running games. Lewandowski's got to score at some point. So.
Okay, that's Group H. Do you think Porto will be up? So Shakhtar Donetsk has an interesting situation because they'll be playing Antwerp even though Porto right now is up in the goal difference by 6, but if Barcelona was able to do their thing, Shakhtar did that. Whether they're about to do their, or whether they're about to handle their business against Antwerp, if they go on a run, that'll be an interesting matchup before everything is all settled. So you guys finish with, if I'm not mistaken, you're finishing with Porto and then at Antwerp, so you should come out of the group. Manchester City has already clinched their spot in the round of 16. Leipzig has as well. No surprise there in Group G. Now, this is the interesting group. Well. Look who's at the top of the group and who said that they would win this group. I am just saying this is what it looks like 4 games through Group F. We are going backwards here. Dortmund in the yellow wall, 7 points. PSG, 6 points. AC Milan with their very first win, actually their very first goals of the campaign. And Newcastle United, after that big old win against PSG where they embarrassed them in England. And now they have fallen to last place and are not even looking like they will be a Europa team as it stands right now. Braylon, before we get to Charles, because we may not have you again before the Champions League is done. Who's coming out of this group?
Hey, you got jokes. I'm sorry, that was funny.
Who's coming out of this group? I know Charles and I will be talking about Champions League, sir. We would like members of the pod to participate in Champions League talk for those who may not be in. So while we still have you in Champions League or any Europe competitions, let's get your predictions first.
It's like, hey, it's whatever. So let's see. In that, PSG is a mess. They always have been. I don't know. Milan's not making it. Newcastle. It's Dortmund's gonna win it. Newcastle's not gonna be in any European competition.
They're finishing 4th.
And then it's Dortmund Milan. And no matter how much I disrespect him, Christian Pulisic is very important to that team and has been balling out for the boys. All right. Giroud being a 40-year-old man is doing the business. Like they're balling better than what I would have expected, I think, for me, Milan. So like, hopefully I'm saying in terms of like this last week. So I'm like, hopefully they can get it through. Just because I don't believe in anything that Perry are doing. I don't believe in team. They're broken up. Mbappe is gonna leave. They lost Neymar. They have no Messi. All the good players are not good anymore. Like their best player may be their goalkeeper at this point, in my opinion. Which I know is what happens when your best player is your goalkeeper. Nothing is good because you have nothing going on in the attack. So like, no.
Your goalkeeper's your best player. You win the Spanish title, but keep going.
Give us the rundown, Braylon. So Dortmund, just so we make sure we're on the same page.
Dortmund, Petty. No. I'm saying the wrong thing. Dortmund, Milan, Petty, Newcastle. That's that group. That's the final say.
Charles, you think Mbappe will actually suit up for Europa, dog?
I mean, he wouldn't have a choice.
He type of dog who it come up with some shit though, right? Don't he kind of come across as that type of dude?
I mean, I have an Mbappe James Harden theory at some point where I'm like, you're gonna paint yourself into a corner where you're gonna be stuck. But that's a whole nother thing. Like, I mean, he couldn't do that because that would just make him even more. I think his leash of like annoying shit he can do is getting shorter and shorter. So I don't think he would do that now. And I think Lucho would like pep talk him into like believing it's some great competition.
Newcastle's in interesting form right now. Paris PSG has Newcastle at the crib left. And then, if I'm not mistaken, on December 13th. Double check that.
What's Dortmund's last 2 games?
Dortmund, interesting enough, at Milan, home against PSG.
I'm looking at it. Dortmund has just a crazy run in overall in their matches.
No Bayern though, because they're done. They lost to Bayern last weekend. Dortmund has an interest. This is interesting. It's not that it's the group of death, but Charles, and it's the best of the mids. None of these teams are elite, if you will. Charles and Max said this last time. So Charles,
Well, yeah, because I think there's probably like 3 elite teams in the world right now. That's probably about it. If I was to say there's 3 elite teams, Man City, and then the 2 Spanish teams, which we all know, Real Madrid and Barca. Those are only 3 teams I see.
this was
Bayern up there.
Bayern.
I'd put Bayern up there.
Yeah,
This is
it's not that disrespectful because they had they had 8 moments, and then
No, because I think if you put Bayern like head to head against any of them teams, they're gonna give them hell.
yeah,
So it's like I'm not going with Harry. I think you put them up there like they're gonna give some people hell. Once, especially too, they only gonna get better and more cohesive.
Can they beat City right now, like neutral?
No.
no.
I think they give City. I think they could score on City.
That,
I think they give City some trouble, but I don't think they could. Like,
It'll be a very competitive matchup.
you know
It'll be
what's wild is that Harry could go back to Wembley and play City for his very first European trophy, and that's before Euro 2024, which is just
right.
Wow. That would be mad especially because Kane's supposed to be on City right now, not the big Norwegian, if we're keeping it a buck. But Charles, where you at in this group? Still sticking with it? PSG's getting out somehow, but you have a little cause to pause, right?
Because I think PSG was bound, like they've lost both road games.
Mm-hmm.
They're bound to win. I don't think they're going to lose all 3. So I do think they're going to beat Dortmund at Dortmund.
The last match.
They're going to need that. They're going to need that. And then who's their home game? Their home game is against Newcastle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
they're touching them.
They're good.
Yeah,
that gets you to 9, though. That gets you to 9.
Okay.
Could be at 8. I'm saying Milan's going to beat Dortmund. Dortmund's at 7.
Yeah, Dortmund's not getting out. Dortmund's not getting another point.
Really? You think they're losing their next 2?
They have their home games against the team that I think it doesn't I don't think Mbappe is like scared of the
medal. I don't think PSG has the medal to get a point at the yellow.
I think they've got smacked at St. James. They got smacked at San Siro. I think the yellow wall's the easiest one they've been to.
Over San Siro?
Over San Siro?
San Siro, man, they got to me.
Yellow wall is tough.
No, San Siro, man, they took that many African refugees to Italy. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Stop it.
Oh man.
They took way too much color to Italy. I know it was a hard game out there for that.
Oh boy.
But I think they'll be fine. Like I could see them and I also too. When has Dortmund ever delivered on anything ever?
They love a group stage, though. Bro.
I mean, it is bottle versus bottle, but they're going to need that game. That game's going to be important, and I've seen too many times in my short soccer life, Dortmund just drop the ball, whether the game's at home, whether it's not. Like half the team will be hurt in that game for some reason.
I think every Spanish team. Every Spanish team right now. So we have, excuse me. Let's take that back. No Sevilla. But I think we have 4 Spanish teams that are going to win their group. Sociedad's nice. They're going to be in there. Their schedules will be interesting, right? As we've been, Benfica's done. They're not playing for anything. And so, I mean, right now, Salzburg, I mean, it's just Sociedad, they can share the points. But right now, Sociedad has a goal difference. Madrid's going to handle their business versus Napoli. Napoli is who I do not want Arsenal to play, even though Napoli's not been in their best form. Atletico's going to win their group. I think they'll take care of Lazio. Celtic's not done yet. Feyenoord's still around, but I think Atletico will just handle their business there. And we know Barcelona's going to win. Well, I think Barcelona's going to. They'll be fine. They'll win their group. So let's jump to it. Let's go to Group A while we have our boy. Bayern has won the group.
Yes.
They have won.
It should be no stutter in that. They won the group.
We have actually, Charles, based on the goal difference, a little surprise. Copenhagen's at 4 points over Galatasaray.
And Galatasaray is but Galatasaray is the second best team in this group. Like they just have caught some poor breaks on the. They are though. They played Bayern pretty tough for out of the 180, they've put up a good 150. So like as I watch those games have been competitive. I definitely think they're gonna wash United here in a couple weeks. In Turkey, and then they got to go to Copenhagen.
Yeah.
I think they'll be fine. They'll get out the group.
I was happy until I looked at this table. I swear to God, I hate y'all.
Y'all getting washed in Turkey. Like it's gonna be bad.
This is terrible, Braylon. There's a chance y'all may not even go to Europa.
No chance.
To be honest, at this point, I don't even want Europa. I don't.
Hold on. Does Ten Hag want Europa? Because that means he's fine. There's no way he can come back as the manager if y'all do not stay in European competition.
We're not going to fire anybody at the moment, especially with Sir Jim. It was reported literally this morning. Sir Jim will officially have 25% of Manchester United in 2 weeks. That's right before the break ends. I don't think Sir Jim is going to fire him this season if he were to fire him. And to be honest, the whole city of Manchester be on fire if you fire Eric, because none of this is on Eric. I don't care what you say. I would tell, like, when we get to the deep dive here in a few minutes.
We're here now.
Okay, we're here.
Charles,
nothing is on Eric Ten Hag. That's my opinion. Like, okay, yeah, there are things that he could do tactically, like maybe better, but like you're missing your 3 best defenders. You're missing your best your first or second, depends on the day, midfielder, and you've had multiple guys in the attack get injured, and then you don't get the signings you want still. Like, so it's like, and then you got changes in the office, and you got Rick Sheikh Jazim, he's finna buy it. Oh no, it's he gets out and the surgeon. It's everything is hell at the club. Like, let's be honest, bro. I sound like I just rambled, but like the club is in hell. The club is in shambles. Like, in this year, we're in trouble. We're not like we're going to be Chelsea this year at this point. As I'm gonna say it, we're Chelsea from last year.
Who made a managerial change as well?
Minus the manager. I'm talking about.
They did. They got rid of Potter and brought in obviously Lampard just to.
I forgot about that fraud. Oh my God, that did happen,
bro. What is acceptable for supposedly the biggest club in the world? Because that's what y'all think about yourselves.
In terms of this season, at this point, the thing that'll be acceptable is just getting into a European competition that would somehow fix it this year, maybe just Conference League, and I think he'll be able to make it this year. That's terrible.
I'm going down bad. You hear this? Talk about Conference League for United.
When you look at the situation, bro, we have a left back that was a castaway at Tottenham starting. Harry Maguire
didn't want him, bro. If Ange don't want you, Ange take all.
Harry Maguire, Johnny Evans. Come on, bro.
I got Varane and just don't play him.
Now Amrabat, Mount,
Ericsson,
Casemiro.
Casemiro's out.
Y'all missing Fred out a little bit. Y'all missing Fred a little bit. It has to be said.
Missing what? He don't even play in the league he in.
That's my
Where
point.
is he? He's in Turkey, right? That's where he's at Turkey. He's in Turkey. He don't play.
Y'all missing him a little bit.
He's on IG. taking videos of the game. He's not playing. Like he's not
I'm
playing.
not talking about his form for this year. Last year, the brother actually, man, y'all got top 4. Fred was helpful in that.
And to be honest with you, like, yeah, I hate to say this, but like the Tomlin's been okay. He hasn't, he's been okay. He comes in, he's put in a position where he can succeed because he was developed as a striker, but let's turn him into a midfielder. That's another problem. Like
He's not bad.
No,
He's been balling for his country too. So like it's like it
Yeah.
ain't like it's isolated incidents. Like he been
Oh
on
yeah,
good
no,
run.
it's not isolated because
He been playing well. His I
he
ain't gonna
did
front
carry Scotland to the
I'm
Euro.
gonna say his national team's performances should be getting him some more club time personally.
And he has gotten more. Like he started every game
And
in
he's
the
for
past month. At this point, I think.
So
After the double that saved us, after that double goal in extra time, he's been starting ever since.
y'all are bereft of talent. That's the main thing I
We're
noticed when I
bereft
watch it.
of talent because we spend money on these frauds
Because
who
it's
are
not
not
talented.
good.
Like, where I don't understand it. Maybe this is like the cultural clash that we understand in our interpretation and learning of football. Where's the like in this call it? Where's the GM to come down and just sit Jadon
We don't
Sancho
have
and
one.
Eric Ten
This has
Hag
been the
down to go?
problem. This
Hey
is the
man,
problem. We
like
haven't had one. We have not
y'all
had
just
one.
exiled the player. Like I understand
Mhm.
he's wild, but like there should be some intermediaries to like fix this situation. It shouldn't just be
We do
we
not
took this
have
we took this man
one.
this man get his lunch now in the lunch box. Like what are we doing here? Like so I'm just saying like that's
For
when
the past decade, we've been asking for a proper DOF, not a guy that was in finance, a guy that has never, like a guy that had never. And then we had one, and we fired him after
right
2 months.
like and then I think of I'm trying to think of who would be his comparison. I don't want to call him Chris Paul, but like when it comes to you guys, it's like if your ceiling is only as high as Bruno, and I don't think Bruno is like that fire anymore. I think when Bruno first came, he kind of like raised the bar of like midfielders in the Prem, and then everybody got midfielders like Bruno. I'm saying Chris Paul because it's like then all the point guards came afterwards, and like they all kind of caught up to him. I just feel like there was like when he got there was just Bruno and like Pogba, like were like those type of dynamic players, and now like I feel like every team's
It was
got one.
Bruno, Pogba, and De Bruyne, right?
So I'm
And
just saying,
then
so yeah, now
after that,
everybody's kind of got like a dynamic midfielder now that like kind of does
yeah.
the same thing. And when you put him in like that lump, I'm like, he ain't that like he's not if he's your ceiling, like I'm just saying, like he's not that much better than Madison. He's not that much better than Enzo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where he's like making, you know what I'm saying? Like Madison works because Sonny's up there because Sonny is that. And if like the other guys ain't gonna be that.
Our best attacker is a 19 or 20. What is he? He's
Who?
29.
Who?
Our best attacker.
Garnacho?
No. Okay, well, striker.
I'm gonna say, oh, Rasmus, young Rasmus.
Yeah,
He ain't bad.
Rasmus, and
He ain't
he's
bad.
he's not bad. Like
He's
he'll
not
go
bad.
in, he does
I'll
his
give you that.
job,
That's
and he
y'all.
don't got nobody that can give him service, like except for
Y'all seem
Bruno.
to
But
have hit
like,
with him though. Like I don't mind his game at all. I would we should note him as a bright spot. But that's my thing. Like I just don't seem like I have a lot of bright spots. Like you had like I'm just saying like even as I've like watched United from afar, it's like I've been watching y'all play sometimes like he's still on the team. Like
that's the
it'd
problem.
be like
That's the problem.
three, 4 managers ago, and I'm
You'll
like,
be like, oh,
oh, he
he's
still
still.
made it. Like that when
Yes.
y'all even I don't think he's healthy right now, but like when y'all be pulling out like Luke Shaw, I'm like, oh, he's still healthy. I mean, he's still on the team. Oh,
Okay, hold on. Oh,
I'm
okay,
just no.
okay,
I'm just saying,
okay.
but I'm he's an
I
example.
was really
Wan-Bissaka's
respect Luke
example.
Shaw because Luke
I'm just
Shaw.
saying, I respect him. Like I said, I made note he was the fastest person I saw when I was in England last year. I'm just saying, like when I see Wan-Bissaka, when I see like when I was seeing Fred, like a lot of times, like last year, I'm like, oh, like he's still on the squad. Like that man had been through. That man was here with Sir Alex.
Jose. He was here with Jose. He was here with
That motherfucker played. I thought
Smiley.
Fred played
I
with.
call him Smiley because
I
I
thought
forgot his
Fred played
name.
with Rooney.
He did. I think
See?
he did.
That's what
I
I'm
think
saying.
his first season was with his first
That's
season
Was it
was
crazy.
Rooney
okay?
last season. Yeah, his first season was Rooney. It's I may be wrong, but like it was something like that.
Like
He was here when we had it's insane, bro. Like a lot of guys. Once again, it starts at the top. We have guys that don't know nothing about soccer or football, and they're just doing whatever they do. They're just up there, and they can stay there because the club makes money. But the club is going to make money naturally because they're big. It's a big club. What you want to say? It's the third biggest club financially in the world. It's going to make its money. It's going to keep getting sponsorships from Adidas and getting sponsorships for the biggest of companies, and they're going to keep giving them. Oh, you get 30 million a season. You get 50. Oh, you get 20. Like they're going to keep getting that, and then it's only finna get worse because like they finna sponsor off Old Trafford, and then they finna get more money for Old Trafford, and you sponsor off for Old Trafford, and they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do with it. It's gonna get bad. Like the only hope I legit have is that Sir Jim gets in and has full control over footballing decisions, and we can fix it right now. Granted, everybody be like, "Well, what does Sir Jim know?" Sir Jim has overseen the transfer, not the transfer, but the 360 that you see in Nice in France, as they are the first place team in France at the moment over Paris. That's what I'm saying. Paris is disgrace. But that's conversation. That's another conversation we can go back into. But like, so the hope is hopefully we can fix that, bro. But like, there's nothing. Like the guys don't look motivated. The players don't like. Onana had one good game and then went back to being shit. You got Harry Maguire looking lost and bumbling and stumbling. You got Marcus Rashford getting red cards. Granted, refereeing is terrible. It's terrible. I will say that. It's terrible. I'm gonna say this. United has the most goals affected by VAR. I don't care what y'all say. It's like -7 right now.
I think that's a byproduct of like how bad your team is. I'm sure Marcus Mariota had the most fumbles reviewed too. I'm just saying, like,
but like, okay, bro, like a penalty for a ball that was kicked into an arm that was on the side of your body, like
the only thing
literally
that's
2 feet
no.
away.
See, this is where y'all mess up for the other day, and like why you have no leg to stand on. You got a penalty for the same exact thing that you're complaining about. You don't like that's that whack ass arm.
That was our first penalty in like four
I'm
months.
just saying no. The penalty that y'all got for the handball for the one penalty kick you got is just as terrible as the one that you gave up as well. And if you can't be honest about that, then you being biased and not telling the truth.
I mean, yeah, it's
the same damn play.
Well, yeah, but like once again, it just felt like everything is being piled up. Anyway, once again, it was reported this morning. Like, I'm kind of glad we did it this morning, last night. It was reported that Sir Jim is gonna get control in the next week and a half, so it'll be right before we play Everton. Hopefully he can get in and start making moves immediately, like firing whoever the hell the DOF is, and bringing in whoever I hear is Paul Mitchell they want to bring in, which I will be perfectly fine with Paul Mitchell. Paul Mitchell was the guy that oversaw Liverpool, I think. And they turn around, so I was like, okay, hopefully.
I don't get all many. We'll see. I ain't thinking outside the box.
Hey,
Almani out there with no job right now. He talking about going to Madrid. Like, I better go out there. That man's the best sporting director out there right now. That's available.
We will see, bro. But like at this point, I have no interest. Of course I have interest. Like I still wake myself up early Saturdays, Sundays, and when I'm off during the week days, sometimes like I watch, like hoping we can do something. But like I know this is going to end up in heartbreak or wasting 90 minutes of my life. And I'm 23, and I feel like I'm wasting days watching this club. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, JK left that Man United season at somebody's doorstep and left the baby there and just abandoned it. He jumped into college. He jumped into that college basketball season and ain't looked
We
back at
gonna
that
get
United
him
season.
back. Picture
That man ain't look. That man,
dog,
JK looked at
dog.
basketball season like, nah, I'm out.
If number 7 wins on Sunday, I'm probably dropping Man United too, for real. If number 7 CJ Stroud hoops on Sunday against Cincinnati Bengals and we get to 5-4, man. United, I'm sorry.
We gonna move on. Prediction: Charles, Eric Ten Hag keeps his job after the Christmas break. Let me ask it this way: Eric Ten Hag is the manager of Manchester United the second Saturday in January.
Yeah.
Braylon, obviously, you're yes.
Yeah.
There's no good replacement. Like that's the other problem.
Zidane wouldn't take the job.
No,
No.
he hanging out with Messi, bro.
I see him.
Zidane had the job before tonight, and Zidane said no. It's worse now than what it was then. He's gonna say no.
The players,
guy
yeah,
that-
but he could do a rebuild. What if the thing? What I think the only hope y'all have, but I just don't think he would do it unless y'all in Europe. That's part of the problem. If Zidane was able to convince Mbappe,
they're not paying that money. Like literally, they
big Sir Jim May and because doesn't he have a riser in his ownership? Like over time, he gets more and more, right?
maybe, but like we shouldn't be trying to give this man this extravagant contract, and we still have a 35-year-old Casemiro who plays every 4 weeks, and our midfield who's important.
Oh man,
We have a 35-year-old Rafa Varane crying about I played too many games in my career.
That's two of my squad's players in a row. You can chill on that, bro. That's unbelievable.
Watch.
That's great about
Hold
Nobody
on,
told y'all
no, I'm not like.
But there's a reason why they ain't on my
Hey,
team no
man.
more.
Yeah,
Though.
let's say exactly.
I'm not trying to just first off, I respect Real Madrid. I love Jude. Like no matter how much the other boys in the chat
y'all
disrespect
gonna
Jude,
and maybe he'll come to United when he's 32.
and he'll come when he's 32 and he's not going to be good anymore. So like, bro, like I'm gonna be a 30-year-old man sitting there like, oh, we got Jude. Oh, well, no, it ain't working because he's not Jude no more. So it's like, bro, come on, man.
Oh man. Let's go over to my fellow North London rivals. Tough week. Oh, for sure. Toughest week of the year. Are you kidding?
Tough. It's fine. It's fine. Let me roll with the punches, man. Roll with the punches, man.
I sold Bruno this week in fantasy. Got Madison. My boy Madison was out with the quickness. Still am above Charles and X, just so folks know it. I will, but people know.
I mean, that's your fault, though. I ain't gonna cap. That's your fault for trusting in the guy that's injury prone in his career.
Well, yeah, I should have kept Bruno.
He was fine. He was fine. He was good while it lasted. It was a good run.
This is chill. Absolutely chill. Ridiculous.
It was
for me, Madison gets hurt once or twice a year, though. We know this. Like EPL folks know this. And the way that Ange has them playing, you got to run a lot. It is going to happen, even though they're only playing once a week. It is what it is. No Van de Ven, so you're out. You're out basically your spine.
Mm-hmm.
So you're less.
Not gonna make it work
till the new year.
Yeah, we're gonna make it work.
What does that exactly mean?
I mean, at the end of the day, we're still only fighting on one front. So I mean, technically, we still got. So it's like we can pregame, plan, figure out ways to kind of do what we need to do. I just think that like maybe if the games were every 3 days, I would be a little bit more worried. Just with the thinning out of the squad. But I feel like if we're playing one game a week, we can still come up with a game plan once a week to kind of do what we need to do. As long as Son's healthy, like, and we still can find goals, I'm not terribly worried about certain things. More Brennan Johnson would be good. So I'm not worried about Richie being out at all. As long as Brennan Johnson's healthy, like, why would I be worried about that? As long as Sonny's healthy, we're good. And as long as Basuma doesn't run out here and go get suspended for a couple games because of another red card or anything, like, I think he'll be asked to do a little bit more, but I think he can. And my boy Ali Skip out here gonna be running around. Like I said, man. Well, I think we can patch things up, hold it down. Like I said, I don't think we might not be able to hold our position, but I don't think we're gonna be like over here looking like my man over here, destitute.
I just looked at our fixtures until January. Oh, Jesus Christ. And I did that because I was looking at Tottenham. And I'm like, Tottenham can make it. They got Wolves. They got Ash. And I think they can beat Villa. All right.
Wait, you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah. I think they can
You mean at White Hart Lane?
Where is this match at? I don't even know where this match at.
That's what I'm asking.
Let me
You know what? I'm
text it
looking at
because
my stuff is messed
ESPN.
up right now.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. So
ESPN
let me
got me
see.
messed up. It must. I think. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Let me look.
This is at Tottenham.
Easy work.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
They can
terrible.
beat.
That's the first
Yeah,
match.
so they play Wolves on the road, and then they play Villa at
I got
home,
City.
and then I got
Yeah.
City, right?
And then all of the
That's
and then in December the only I'm not gonna say hard games, but I'm just saying like
is City and Newcastle
City, Newcastle, and they got Brighton.
and Brighton. Yeah.
At the Amex.
Yeah.
And then they
But
start January off with the easiest match of the
yeah,
season.
I got y'all. I got y'all 6 points for sure from Bournemouth and Everton. I think that Nottingham Forest match is going to be a little tricky.
That's 9. I see 12 points. I see
Bournemouth
12 points.
is getting got at home at the lane.
I think Brighton.
I see no reason why Newcastle has to win a game away for me to believe in them anywhere else.
I hear that. I hear that. But they were known to like muck up a match though.
That's fine. I need a point then. I'll take a point. I don't need all three.
Y'all are
We're gonna
at
lose
tomorrow.
Yeah,
tough place to play.
we'll be all right.
I'll be up in the morning. I will be up.
That's cool. It'd be a nice
30,
small venue.
30 back for Dion.
Small venue. We still gonna play rock and roll football. Just small venue tomorrow.
I love the culture, but I will say one of the best midfielders in all of Europe thus far this year was a big part of the success. Y'all just got to
100%.
survive until January.
100%.
Oh no, FA! What y'all know? What y'all doing? FA Cup, but y'all don't care. Oh my God, that United Tottenham match is going to be critical.
As long as as long as El Capitan is upright and running, I'm feeling good.
Sonny, okay, all right.
I feel like he about to do his Harry Kane impression. If I gonna put because they said Richie's only out like a month, but I do think they're gonna like try to. I think he's gonna start dropping in a little bit deeper now, since Madison's gone. He's gonna have to drop in a little bit deeper, play a little bit more of a 10. I think he's fine. I mean, I think that's well within his capabilities.
Richie's not good.
No, but Brendan Johnson is much better. Like every time Brendan Johnson subs on, like the level of the team goes up.
No question. Yeah. Which is what I thought was a reason provided Arsenal scare.
And we did lose a lot in that game. I do want to note Chelsea sucked.
I'm listening. Your world.
They was about to get cooked, flambéed, sautéed, all the words. Like if that would have said 11-11, that would have like. Did you see what Matters said to whoever that was? One of them Chelsea legends. It's like, bro, did you see the game at 11-11? They was about to get ran 4 or 5. Yeah, they was about to get ran. And the fact that it took them that long to break down 9 men, pathetic. I took more out of that game. I was very proud of my Spurs, but like Chelsea sucked.
Red cards are up. You know what? Let's hold on that because we got the international break. We're gonna hold on because I want to make sure we catch on to Chelsea. What you think about Poch, Braylon?
He's one of those managers I think that you have to give some time, especially with a young team like Chelsea. Once again, I didn't think Chelsea could do something this year. And once again, I still don't think that they haven't showed anything, at least for me. Let's look here.
I had Chelsea and Tottenham 7th and 8th. What I did forget was that I think 8th gets you Conference League. What I didn't also realize is that United was going to take 3 or 4 steps back. So I'm going to end up being wrong there. But I like how I had Aston Villa at 5th. Yeah, I'm feeling good about that. Newcastle at 6. Yeah, I'm good. And Brighton doing their thing. But Chelsea's back to the top half of the table, 15 points plus 5 on the goal difference. Nasty that United is at 18 with a -4 goal difference, but I'll chill.
That's because it's literally we got blown out Varsity. It's this pause. That's how it was wild.
A 3-0, it could have been 6
That's what I'm saying. Like
or 7-0, but we've seen that before. Yeah. It would be the first time he lost to a rival by 7 goals in the last calendar year.
I think we played him in December.
Oh, we're done with United, dog. Tottenham.
It's your fault. You brought it up, bro. It wasn't
No. You said you was looking at the pictures. I was talking about Tottenham.
So I did have that. So, but then you said Chelsea, and I want to look at Chelsea real quick.
Yeah.
One, Chelsea do have a hard month.
Who's finishing? Who actually, Charles? Who's finishing above who end of the year? Chelsea or United?
United.
I was trying to say that's kind of comfortable right now. Let's be honest.
Chelsea's awful. Like I don't even know who Chelsea's best player is. You could tell me Caicedo, I wouldn't believe you.
It's actually Enzo. It actually
But Enzo, yeah, Enzo's the only. But like Chelsea,
Not low key.
put it like this.
Raheem
Put it like this.
hooping.
Put it
Low
like
key,
this.
Raheem.
You say Raheem. Oh,
I'm not gonna
it's
respect that.
it's 2015 again, boy.
I'm not
Oh
respecting that
God.
because y'all ain't been y'all. I kept trying to put respect on Raheem name, and y'all wasn't listening for. But how many players on? As much as we talk bad about United, like how many Chelsea players like are getting in that squad? Because like Nicholas Jackson ain't playing for United.
Nkunku is back. They say
Palmer, I guess
next month.
Okay, Enzo.
Who are Chelsea's 3 best players? Charles.
Thiago
Enzo,
Silva still being the best player is insane.
I ain't put
Cole Palmer.
Cole Palmer.
Oh,
Maybe, yeah.
The man takes their penalties, and I was.
I ain't gonna cap. This was disrespectful, Reece James. I ain't gonna cap. That was disrespectful.
and it's
Yeah,
Reece James is number 1, Enzo 2.
Yeah,
I need more from Reece James. Well, maybe and it's maybe because like he's a right back, but like
I mean he's also very hurt. I ain't gonna cap that man.
he is. I mean, yeah, and I didn't realize he's only like 24 in that injury prone.
Palmer's ahead of Caicedo right now.
Yeah,
he probably is.
Like the bar is in hell for them. Like it's Reece, Enzo, and then Raheem actually may be their 3rd best player. We actually have to like talk about that. He's actually probably like realistically.
He ain't gonna do something be top 10 in Prem goals all the time or something. Yeah, keep playing with him. That man been scoring goals for a long time.
Raheem killing. We can't lie about that. We got to make sure we put some respect on his name. All right, I just want to do that as a quick exercise. That's good. That's part of their problem, though. We don't know who their best 3 players are. That's part of their problem. I don't know if they have 5 good ones. I think maybe they have 4 to 5 because Cole Palmer's doing this thing. So we got to respect that. All right.
Last thing on that, I'm going to be pissed when offer Barca $90 million for Ansu in the summer.
Oof.
Bound to happen.
Brighton's gonna. You think he'll leave?
I don't think Brighton can afford him.
It's not gonna be Brighton. It's going to be the team in London who just spends money to spend money.
Yes, somebody's gonna pay like $90 million for him, even though Barca should keep him. But that's a whole other conversation.
Well, it depends if your man don't get any trophies this year. The Brighton manager, the Barcelona manager.
Nah, I ain't worried about that. I'm just saying, my man scored 15 total goals for Brighton this year. I don't know how it's going to roll in these other things, but
because that was crucial because now they're going to stay in Europa because they won yesterday. That was a big match against Ajax.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though, if he ends up, he's got 2 Prem goals now. If he ends up with, and he's playing more and more and get more comfortable, he ends up with 10. Like Rafinha never scored 10 goals in a Prem season. Somehow he got, you know what I'm saying? That's what got his move to Barca. I just don't understand the metrics in some of these things, but.
Knowing Pep gonna be like, I'll take him.
Oh no,
one of the best players in the world.
I might leave Spurs. I might go full city at that point. Pep go get Ansu.
Pep gonna be like, hey, whatever. Hey. Come on.
Ansu and Doku out there, man. Nah,
I ain't gonna lie.
Streets ain't ready for that.
If he's scoring that good in the Prem, if he's scoring 15 goals in the Prem,
the man's playing the 10 now. That's the only thing. Like I got to give De Zerbi credit, man. He put that boy at the 10, put him behind the striker, and letting him actually like work in midfield and cook from there, as opposed to sticking him out on the left wing. Like he leaves that hole left wing out there from Matoma.
I may just have to give up on football for like a few years at
Nah,
that
man, just
point.
adopt Brighton for this year. So you can at least watch entertaining
No,
football.
I'm thinking like, let's say City, City do City, and they go out and they do everything and they get all the money in the world again. And like, oh, let's put Ansu in the 10 and then have De Bruyne to play the 8 and then have Rodri, and you go with that midfield and then you have Hoyland up this. Come on, bro.
Yeah, it could happen.
At that point, bro, I quit. Not literally, I'm joking, bro, but like still. Like,
Let's get to the two up top for this week. Man, it's an ugly week of football this week. Lord have mercy. It was
thank
tough.
God.
I mean, just two matches. I'm talking about between all the five league. I mean, the big, it was nasty. Nasty. And that's all right. That's all right. Because I don't think Tottenham Wolves, we don't need to predict that right now. But look, we will be up. We will be on the text messages. Liverpool Brentford is actually a interesting match. Liverpool coming off of a loss in Europa, which they usually don't do. Klopp was upset, etc. But Liverpool also coming off a 1-1 draw at Luton Town. And they almost didn't deserve that. But while we're here, we got to make sure we shout out to our boy Luis Diaz. His dad is home. Thank God. 12 days, man. That's ridiculous. Colombian culture. We talk about it another day. But this is wild, man. This is wild. Liverpool, Brentford. Charles, go ahead.
Where's this game at?
Anfield.
Oh, 4-1, 5-1.
Are you sure it's in Anfield, bro?
Bro,
I'm afraid to ask today, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I had it down. I did the research, and I think
because he's on some stuff.
it switched me up now, bro. The top team used to be
the Astrodome,
the home team. They switched me up.
Okay, bro. I'm just making sure, bro.
No. I got to double check. No, you know what? Because I'm going off of my prep, my show prep. Give me a second, please. I apologize, gentlemen. This is bad.
Hey, just use the Premier League website next time, bro.
Bro, I'm on ESPN because I was looking at the odds too, bro. That's my apologies, though. I sincerely.
I'm clearly joking, but we have to make sure. Bro.
I'm just saying, them boys didn't. They lost. Klopp's pissed.
It's in Anfield.
It's at Anfield.
Okay, all right.
And nobody really played this week. I mean, in Europa. So yeah, I think it's gonna be 4 or 5-1.
They need to get going. Thoughts?
Fine.
They'll be fine. January hit, and Klopp talk to them boys and say some magic words.
Yeah, man. We gotta remember different competitions and different stuff. So some of these losses, like even with Barca's situation, they lost the league game and they lost the Champions League game. We're combining them into they're having a bad week or whatever, bad 2 weeks. But it's like they lost a game in two separate competitions. It's not like they lost 2 games in the league or 2 games in Champions League. So it's like sometimes how one team is playing in one competition doesn't really affect. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Prem Liverpool is showing up, not Europa Liverpool. So I'm not worried about like what Prem Liverpool is going to do.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like they get out there and they get impressed and they're gonna run, and then Luis Diaz is gonna have an outstanding performance. It's like it
ain't like Champions League United and Prem United and Carabao Cup United and FA Cup United, and they just dog shit in all of them. Like they show up with no lifeless in all forms, all capacities.
We get it. We get it. We get it.
U17 Europa, them boys suck. They probably play with no effort.
Dog, wait, it's literally every team, bro. It's
even
literally
the academy trash.
It's literally every team. I know. I swear to God, I remember. I was on the Twitter page or X page. I'm sorry. I was on the X page and I looked. We lost to Copenhagen, and the
Hoyland brothers went crazy.
The Hoyland brothers went crazy, and then you look up, we lost 4-3 in the actual Champions League. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what's going on here, bro? It's terrible. It's so painful. Anyway, did you get your prediction yet for that match? Right, you gave it. It was Liverpool, right?
Yeah, so like 4-1.
All right. Liverpool 5-0 at home at Anfield. Brentford Brentford don't show any scoring prowess in my eyes. They don't have nothing on their team. It's just they're gonna show up. They're gonna see Mo Salah. They're gonna see Luis. They're gonna see whoever is playing defense. It don't matter if it's Matip or Van Dijk. It don't matter who it is. It's literally not gonna matter. Granted, I still like the boy they got from Leipzig. I'm not gonna pronounce his name. I'm
Slow
sure.
slide.
Yeah, yeah. I do like him, and I gotta respect him. I'm gonna respect him even though I hate the team. I'm gonna respect him.
Slow slide.
Yep.
Yeah.
And in the Premiership, the game of the match of the week, Chelsea. Once again, I do believe they're hosting Man City this weekend.
For their sake, they better be.
It's a simple, bro. Like Nick Jackson's going to get one chance in front of the goal, and he's going to miss it wide left by 35 yards. And then they get a counter attack, and Hoyland gets a magical header from the perfect service from whoever it's going to be. If it's Foden, if it's Grealish, if it's Bernardo Silva, it don't matter who it is. He's going to get the perfect service. It's going to be inch perfect, and he's going to get the header goal, and then it's going to be a bashing at that point. It's going to be a demolishment. It don't matter who it is. I don't think City is going to mess up. Granted, knowing City do troll every now and then in the first half, and then let the team feel like they have a chance. But this is not one of those moments. I don't think. I think everything is too good in City. It's perfect minus situations that happen every now and then.
I'd love a draw.
It's not happening.
But I don't see it happening. 2-0 Chelsea or 2-0 City. What about you, Charles?
Same. 2-0. Maybe 2-1.
I'm trying to figure out where the goal gonna come from.
I just feel like Chelsea's not even gonna they're gonna take the ball and go home. I don't think they're even gonna really try to play.
I like the Enzo Rodri matchup in the middle. That could be fun. Caicedo. I mean, listen, they got quality in the midfield. I ain't gonna hold them, but
do they?
Thank you.
Do they?
They do. We gotta respect
Enzo. That's it.
I think Caicedo is better than what.
I'm not saying he's not bad, but like, we gotta dudes he playing on these, like, you gotta do it longer than things like that for me to say you want, like, you know what I'm saying, to where I can put you up with. It'd be a nice battle between him and Rodri. Like, come on, man, you gotta at least show me a little something for a little longer than that. It's like Wemby versus Jokic. Come on now, man, get your stripes up.
Yeah, it could be interesting. Yeah, I feel you.
Y'all talk about him like he just. I'm joking.
Oh, you know, I slander Rodri. I'm just saying, like, yeah. I'm just saying he's the best player in his position. And I'm just saying there's a gap.
Listen to him. Y'all, wow. All right, man. Charles, give us your lasting thoughts, brother. Football this week.
Bring back the 10. Bring back the 10, man. Like, Antoine Griezmann is really I feel like the last of the 10s really playing in Europe right now. He's balling this year. We need to give him some recognition. I feel like he's back to being a top 10 player in the world. Been balling for like the last, at least, like, ever since he really got back to Madrid. I mean, he's been the best French player for the last 5 or 6 years. And you know, you see from, you know, what the Zerbi's doing with my boy Ansu. Bring back the 10, man. Bring back the 10. Bring back that playmaker. I feel like there are a lot of teams that actually could use a 10. I mean, I feel like Jude's kind of playing as a 10 as well. So Jude, Jamal. We need to bring back the 10 though. It's the best position in the game. It's the reason why the 10's fire. So yeah, bring back the 10.
Heard it. Love that. Clap right there to the crowd. Braylon, your lasting thoughts?
I was finna do something funny. I'm not gonna do it because you said football. I was like, oh, I can just talk football. I'm not doing that.
You see,
I was like, hey, I can think about something.
He got the pivot quick.
I tried really. I'm like, hey, Hey, can we just end this season, bro? I'm sorry. Can we just end it?
You're
It's
done.
hell.
Good talk. Uh,
I'm sorry, bro. I
um,
can't enjoy nothing, bro.
want to make sure I'm giving some love. You good? You good? Take your time. You got your. We have your first lasting thoughts, brother. You all right? You all right?
Red Devils in hell.
Just want to say shout out to our boy Jude. Listen, he understands. He is understanding the culture. Folks are mad after the Rio match. They came back. No Jude. Good. He's got dislocated shoulder, but he understands the culture. That the goal is to win every match at Real Madrid, because this is what happens. Your neighbors at Barcelona are expected to win every match. He gets it. He understands it. Understood that he's like, we expect to have great performances, especially after El Clasico, which he was the best player on the field. So shout out to Jude, and mostly shout out to Jude because my man Charles, shout out to you. The lineup looks phenomenal. My lineup's looking phenomenal. We are looking fresh out here. Carter Elliott could never be on the same stage with us in terms of where we are, clean, crispy. And shout out to the real dogs. Flyers are in Chicago tonight, Northwestern, Big Ten. Y'all going down. We got to handle our business. Prayers and shout out and love to our boy Malachi Smith. His brother's one of the best leaders that have ever been through Dayton. We really, really, really need you healthy, brother. I love New York guards. Pause. But it's it's Dayton over everybody, and that's how he is. We should have. I'm mad at me. We missed out on an opportunity. We probably should have been in the Shy this week. For other reasons, probably good. We're not in the Shy this week. Sunday, big basketball game. Butler versus Detroit Mercy. I'll be in the building. It was a good run. Y'all have a good one, y'all.